Oh shit! Alright. That one was kind of forced. No, yeah, because, like, the music is hype, but I'm kind of in a relaxed state right now, so. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned... Let me see if I can... Yeah, this is fun. Okay, cool. This works. I forgot to show, or at least say, the music last time. I'll just do it right here. Okay, so this song, Dungeon Fighter Online Tower of Illusion. I think the Tower of Illusion was like a floor-by-floor thing. That's like 25, 30 floors. It was an alternative to Tower of the Dead, which was the... If you go back to the last stream, go back to the beginning of last stream, and that's the song that I opened with, was Tower of the Dead. The Tower of the Dead is a lot like Palace of the Dead in FF14, where it's like, I think it's 100 floors of fights, of battles, and Tower of Illusion is only like 25 or 30, and it's a lot easier. And just like Palace of the Dead, Tower of the Dead, you can only use items that you find inside of it. And your level is like synced also, I think, to a certain extent. Actually, I don't think that part's... No, I don't know. So yeah, Dungeon Fighter has its own version of it, basically. Tower of the Dead, 100 floors. You have to use healing items you find inside the place. That was the soundtrack was the previous stream. This one is Tower of Illusion. That's the song I'm listening to right now. 25 to 30 floors, fast-paced action. Good shit. Alright, let's get back to FF14, shall we? Transition here. Hey everybody! There we go. Turn that off. Put in the game music. Boom, boom, boom. And off we go. There we go. Make sure that volume's correct. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Hope everyone's been doing well since last time. Yeah, let's continue, shall we? So I think we're starting the trial storyline today, yeah. Yeah, we're starting the trial storyline, so I think we gotta switch data centers for the beginning of this one. Just for the beginning. And the first two trials are actually just... Uh-oh, not this crap again. Well, shit. Alright, fine. FF14 server's being ass right now. At least the login server or something. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so we're starting with, two extreme trials. Extreme versions of, trials we already did in Heavensward. The storyline starts that way. But then afterwards we get actual original content. Hope that wasn't too loud. I was blowing some hair and dust off my controller. But yeah, this is the only one that does that. For Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and hopefully for, Endwalker. But the actual, like, proper trial storyline doesn't do that. Where it forces you to do... I guess it doesn't force you. They are kind of optional, but they tie into the story for some reason. Doing extreme versions of previous normal trials you already did during the story. Kind of an odd choice, that's why I didn't do it again, I think. Try this again. It worked, but I realized I forgot to change the title screen. To match up where we are. There we go. Match up the part of the story that we're on. The game doesn't do that automatically for you, by the way. Since I bought this game outright and started paying for a sub immediately without doing the free trial thing, Even when I was still in the Realm Reborn, my very first time through the game, I had to look at the Shadowbringers title screen every time I logged in. People remember what that was like. Whew. Shit was kind of annoying. It was so loud. I hope I can do this at level 85 with this gear on. I don't know though. I'd end up having to buy that level 90 gear even on this character just to skate by, I think. Oh, but I'm level 85. Oh shit, we might be fucked. Let's hope not. Jesus Christ, this is not good. Again, let's hope not. Let's hope not. Hopefully things will be alright. What was I doing? Okay, so foundation. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. So I'm trying to. I always make. I do this. I make this mistake where I try to plan out shit too far ahead in my own mind. So. I think it's there. Okay, good. Just double checking the audio. There it is. Gods of Eld. Yep. Hey, buddy. What's up? Torsifers has a message for you from a mysterious stranger. Ah, my Lord Leon. During your absence, a stranger came calling. Upon learning that you were away, he left a message to the effect that he wishes to speak with you and will await you at the Writhing Stones. If you have a mind to oblige this stranger, please be careful. I cannot well explain why, but it put me ill at ease to simply be near him. So somebody who's... Well, you're basically like, your mate's a shady man. He's shady. I don't want to go near him. So some shady hooded guy, assuming from the picture, decided to go and say, oh, that's right, there's that one too. I forgot about that. Yeah, Alice. Alright, we'll talk to her after this. Again, that one might be too much. At least on this character, yeah. The difference is that quest doesn't require you to actually do the trial. What's it called? It doesn't require you to do the trial to complete the quest, though. Where are all these new people? I was one of those to answer the Scion's call to arms and volunteer my blade at the siege of Ishgard. It was there that I made the acquaintance of this fair fellow. Who this? I worry not, for with every dawn comes a new day. Isn't it supposed to be the other one? Future couple, maybe? The way he described it. I recall you from the battle in the steppes! These were fellow adventurers who helped in the fight to protect Ishgard in the Steps of Faith against the giant dragon Mishap or whatever. So they're all new Scions now? Or what's going on? To help widen the net of our search efforts, I've recruited a small army of seasoned adventurers, friends from my own days in the dungeon delving trade. Oh, okay. Riel and Lady Ugri have already left to pursue rumors of the missing Scions. I think I might head to Gridania myself and make some inquiries there. Oh, this ain't good. Oh, don't mind me. Just a minor quirk I've been thinking about. I am sorry that I refused your plea for aid, but aside from the very real dangers that Ishgard faced, I sensed something not quite right about the Crystal Braves. It's like she already had a Her spidey sense was going off. She already had a sixth sense that those guys were gonna backstab all of us. Burp. Ah, there's not like a well-earned drink after a hard day's work. I can't even try to imitate that. An actual belch. So yeah, do you guys remember her? She's the one who told us to fuck off that one time? Right before Real told us, hey, something shady's going down with some of the Crystal Braves, yada yada. So. Anyway. Oh, Aenor, why must you always fall for these tragic types? And it's not as if we need another healer. What's going on? I've met a new man, but he spends more time talking about his lost sibling than aught else. Mayhap you've met the missing brother. I hear he used to work here. Wait. This is that thing Crimson was talking about. Yes, I think I know. Yeah, okay. Several streams ago now. Isildur. I came as soon as I heard the news of Alion's capture. But these old bones do not move as quickly as they once did, and the worst of it had ended by the time I arrived in the toll. Oh, right, I remember him. And so, the moment you learned that your young companion was in danger, you hastened here with axe in hand? Such fighting spirit! We shall be fine friends, you and I. Osher Boulder. Oh, that... Yeah, that's right! Hoary Boulder and... Coltonid. What the hell happened to them after the Crystal Braves fucked us over? For 1,000 days I walked along the edges of Abalathia's fiery craters, tempering both mind and body that I might withstand the rigors of battle at my brother's side. When at last I felt I was prepared, I traveled here to Mordona, only to be greeted with the news that Hoary is nowhere to be found. Is that the guy? I met a new man, but he spends more time talking about his lost sibling. And you've met the missing brother, mayhap? He used to work here. So you like this guy. And he's a healer. Which is why Clemens is saying we don't need another healer. Why must he always fall for these tragic types? So she likes guys that are in distress or lamenting some horrible fate. Like not being able to find his brother in this case. I'll have to see if I can keep up with that subplot as we go. Oh shit, other way. Oh there, we got a little bit of extra lore and background on some of our new companions, I guess, in the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My thanks for coming. Unukala is my name, and I serve a friend. I sought you out that I might alert you to the rising threat of the beings known as Akons. You are aware of the threat? Oh, you are aware of the threat, you say? Ah, but I speak not of the primals, with which you are exceedingly well acquainted. It may interest you to know that the term Akon and the beings to which it refers precede the Garlean Empire by eras. You see, it is the name by which the Alagans called godlike beings, the dark divinity Odin among them. Okay. And the Garleans who seek to emulate the glory of ancient Alag have simply availed themselves of it. Okay. Fair enough. Where are you going with this? Pray permit me to continue the tale. Do you see the pop-in? The fuck? Alright, Orion, you're laying on us. Do you know something about this guy? Ah, Orianje. How kind of you to join us. As the Warrior of Light's comrade, my participation is but to be expected. After all, the matter doth pertain to the very fate of this star. The Akons of Eld. In the distant past, these mighty beings did offer fierce resistance to the Alagan Empire. However, they eventually fell to the men of Alag, who devised the means by which to capture them. And it did not end with capture, as you well know. for the Alogans also learned how to harness the Akon's power. They refined this knowledge at the Etherochemical Research Facility on Azisla, been there, and within the centrifugal crystal engine, they sealed 3 of the beams, the warring triad. Oh yeah, we heard about this when we were chasing King Thornton. What the hell? Okay. Not good. It was first and foremost to acquire the infinite power of the warring triad that the Archbishop did seek Azisla. But in the wake of his defeat, the bindings which confined the Akons were severely damaged. Doubt not but that they will fail completely ere long. Know that we do not condemn you for striking down the Archbishop. You were simply fulfilling your destiny, and yet, were the warring triad to be released into the world, unimaginable destruction would ensue. Take heart, for there is hope still. Through swift action, we may yet prevent their awakening and see them resealed. But in dealing with this new threat, our first step must be to contend with the old. 2 savage gods are returned, I fear, summoned once more by their worshippers, and that a strength far surpassing their previous incarnations. I speak of the primals Ravana and Bismarck. If left unchecked, they will inevitably seek to seize the power of the warring triad. This will serve to feed the confluence of chaos and hasten the Akon's awakening. To wit, we must needs vanquish both their kinds. I pray thee, however, to first focus thy gaze upon the primals, ere we turn our attention to those Akons in their fitful slumber. I shall return to the waking sands forthwith and consider such measures as are available to us. Meanwhile, I bid thee attend to the task of eliminating the primals. Young Anukalai shall assist thee. Rest assured he is not our enemy. For the time being, at least. Oh shit. Blum, 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 blum. The diabolical Bismarck. If we are to prevent the awakening of the warring triad, then Bismarck must be cast down once more. I am aware of the rather unorthodox method you employed to lure out and slay the white whale before, and had a mind to follow established precedent. That said, islands are not easy to come by. I should hope it is not necessary, but you may as well know this gemstone, or show this gemstone to Chief Sonu. You will know it as the weeping eye of the Manukmanai, and it will ensure that he is completely committed to our cause. Oh, and before you ask, I have already informed Master Garland of our plans. He is currently en route to the Blue Window. Oh, okay, so yeah, Sid's gonna help us to fight Bismarck again like last time. The Warring Triad, the Awakening. The Warring Triad is the collective term for 3 immensely powerful Akons that were brought into existence during the twilight of the Third Astral Era. Summoned by the native tribes of Mericidia, these entities were set against the encroaching forces of the Alagan Empire. The strength of a primal is determined by the fervent prayers of its faithful. And as the Mericidians' prayers called for saviors with the power to throw back an imperial invasion, the resulting incarnations were perforce, that's a new word, were perforce imbued with nigh incalculable might. That the Alogans were capable of conquering such godlike beings well illustrates the incredible heights to which their technology had ascended. The implacable empire subdued and imprisoned the warring triad, shackled them to machinery that sustained the Akon's forms, whilst at the same time leeching away their infinite energies. For 5 millennia did the warring triad languish, thus in dreaming servitude, their slumber undisturbed until Archbishop Thornton VII of Ishgard rattled the bars of their cage. The Archbishop had come to Azisla seeking to absorb the Three's power and make of himself a god without rival. It was fortunate, then, that the Warrior of Light and his companions thwarted Thornton before he realized his tyrannical ambitions, but the victory was not without consequence. The violence of the battle cracked the seals that keep the Triad in torpor, and the Akons have begun to stir. Worse, the Garlean Empire, in their heavy-handed efforts to plunder the secrets of Azisla, threatened to drag them into full wakefulness. So these terrible entities must be destroyed before they arise in all their cataclysmic splendor. And that's our mission. Alright, let's go do this one first. So, As they wrote it, as you can see how they wrote it into the story, defeating Bismarck and Ravana again, but the extreme versions of them, during these extreme trials will be sort of like a practice or training session for the real fight, which is against the Warring Triad, apparently. And that comes after. The Tramontane returns, and with it the white. So too comes the great Netherling warrior. And I have a gift. Weeping Eye of the Manukmanai. The round gemstone, heavily aspected to both water and wind, is believed by the Zundu tribe to be one of the eyes of the Manukmanai, a great beast of Vanna legend. Here you go. Like double rainbows in the mist, Sonu knows not what to make of this. An eye in the hands of a Netherland. Yeah, and I'm not the one who found it either. Storm clouds of the Vundu are no match for the eye's might. Smash it against the Aetheryte in the whale's crown, and he will be vulnerable once more. Smash it against the Aetheryte, okay. Bind him with chains of steel and drive him from Cloudsea. Return Zephyr winds and sunlight to our lands. You got it, dude. Go kick Bismarck's ass. Yeah, that's because we just finished the Alliance Raid storyline and it fits. What's up, Sid? There you are, Leon. The Enterprise Excelsior is ready to depart whenever you are. Say again? Chief Sona wants you to smash some gemstone against an Aetheryte to dispel a barrier of storm clouds? I don't even know where to begin. Bah, the hells with it. Maybe it'll bring us good luck. I'll rendezvous with you there. Oh, we can't talk right now. See you there, Sid. Above me, okay. Oh. Oh, it's still above me? Fuck. Alright. This thing is humongous. Smash it! After a pause, you smash the gemstone against the Aetheryte. Nothing much happens. Out of habit, you attune with the Aetheryte. And once more, nothing much happens. The Limitless Blue Extreme now accessible. The game is self-aware. They're like, yeah, we kind of just made you do this for no reason because, you don't need it to teleport anywhere to fight Bismarck Extreme or whatever. It was just a formality, because truth be told, Sid is the one who's going to take you to fight him again. So they were like, nothing much happened. We just kind of made you do this for no reason. Ha! Got him! And then you, the player, is just like, really? It's like that? As is all too often the case, a primal you felled has once again been summoned. According to Anukulai, the stakes are even higher this time, as Bismarck's reappearance threatens to hasten the awakening of the Warring Triad. 3 Acons sealed within the etherochemical research facility on Azisla. Fortunately, you have developed a sound method for slaying flying feathered whales. The Enterprise Excelsior and your island await. I might die. There's a very, very big chance I'm gonna screw this up, fail, and die. In which case, you get a free showing, or a free demonstration, of what happens when the island gets destroyed. The special death animation. Kind of like how the Steps of Faith had a special death animation, or failure animation, you can call it. Duty failure animation for when you don't protect it. So if we fail, I won't have to forcefully show that, because you'll see it just from my own failure. However, for this first attempt, I am going to try my best to actually win. Alright, I don't have my usual emotes. Oh, and the reason I'm doing this on this character, this particular quest doesn't show up on New Game Plus, even though it ties into the story of the Warring Triad, which is on New Game Plus. Get ready, everyone, here it comes! And I think it's the same dialogue as last time. It's the previous battle against Bismarck. Christ, he would have knocked me off the platform. That was close. You missed that even once, it's over. Hence, extreme trial. Supposed to be hard. I'm not going to use my off-global cooldowns just yet. Oh, that one I will. I'm saving those for a particular phase. This. That was the wrong fucking attack. Okay, I DPS them far enough. Heal down. See, they buff each other once they're together, so then they take way less damage. If I hadn't done enough damage to him before his friend showed up like that and got close to him, I would be in serious shit. Because I'd be unable to kill him in time before the timer runs out. And yeah, the dialogue is the same, so I'm not really going to bother too much with reading it out loud. It's the same dialogue as the normal battle. Now you're easy peasy. Because your friend's dead. There goes your buff. Oh, shit! Okay, I can't get too cocky. There. Alright. I guess I was a little nervous for no reason. I can still lose, though. Can't get overconfident just yet. What the? See? I didn't even know he had an attack that could sweep you off like that, so... There you go. Told you I could still lose, and there it is. Okay, so during that phase, play it safe and use this. Got it. I think I got a 5% echo boost at least, so I'm a little stronger now. Yep, that went by a lot faster, so... Sharp Gust, there it is. That's what got me last time. Not this time, asshole. Didn't know when they become active. Oh! At the last second, you almost had me, asshole. One split second away from destroying the Dragon Killer before I could use it. You lose, big guy. It's over. Limitless. My power is limitless. I own you. You're mine, you piece of shit. Oh. Oh, we didn't get the fucking mount. Bastards. Oh, you can't use it here. Okay, whatever. Ah. Oh, alright. What the? Oh, I guess the normal version probably drops the same kind of treasure chest, so we got nothing out of this. Except, you know, completing the quest, of course. Where the fuck over here? As storm clouds give way to sunlight, so hope returns to Zundu and clarity of vision to Sonu. Sonu sees Netherling for who he truly is. Netherling is bearer foretold. Once, long ago, in the midst of a great battle with a tribe from the Nethers, a horrid, wicked demon comes to feast on the bodies of the fallen. Manukmanai we name him. Manukmanai we decry him. For generations he hunts the Vanuvanu, but this day we say no more. Greatest of our heroes climbs atop the beast's back, and with blades black as midnight, she rips his eyes from his head, and casts them into a clouded sea. Damn. In honor of great need, eyes return to the Vanu. Look to their bearer for salvation. So she declares, so it comes to pass. And now Netherling's deeds we remember forevermore. Okay. I'll unlock Thornton's Reign as well. That one, like I said, I think, and I hope, doesn't require actual completion of the extreme trial to complete the quest. You needn't say a word. The etheric readings left no doubt. The Lord of the Mists is no more. For the time being, at least. After all, such beings have a rather troublesome tendency to return. Let us turn our attention to the Lord of the Hive, who in quiet meditation awaits our coming. Thok around the clock. As you prepare yourself for battle, so too does Ravana. Within Thok as Thok, he builds his strength, feeding upon the prayers of his innumerable children. But those same children will not suffer you to live should you surrender yourself to them a second time. Nay, you must devise a new way of approaching the Lord of the Hive's domain. Consult with the storyteller, the Elder of the Vath, and he will aid in this endeavor. Okay. Take this bauble. 'Tis known among the Nath as the Burning Eye of Ravana. When the time comes, you will know what to do. Alright, Unukalai. The Warring Tribe, the Awakening, already read that. The Lord of the Hive crouches within Thok-as Thok, sharpening his blades in anticipation of coming conflict. I ask that you grant him the violence he craves. His children, however, will not be deceived a second time. Speak with the storyteller of the Vath and devise a new approach into Ravana's domain. They're both equidistant, and they cost the same. Right. Yeah, whatever. So I think the quest name, I'm not too familiar with it, because I'm not too familiar with the song itself, but I think the quest name is a pop culture reference to an old, very old song. From way back in the day that was semi-popular, I guess. Hey, buddy. Ah, our hunter friend. Welcome. You come hunting gods once more? The non-mind is glad of your thirst for divine blood. Ever more rapacious do the one-mind grow as they seek offerings to glut our deity's insatiable appetite. Okay. Another path to our god's domain? Yes. Yes, there is but one way. You must seek out the Gin Hive, or the Ginna Hive, on the far side of the colony, and attune your spirit to the Aetheryte ensconced within. But the deed is not possible. We hear that the crystal is warded by ancient ritual magics. The One Mind have woven the seal such that only the most worthy of warriors shall be granted leave to enter Thokastok, and they do not share with the non-mind what they consider worthy. Guess I'm just gonna have to fight my way in and figure it out on my own then, aren't I? Look at that perfect posture though, holy shit. I forgot to put these on. What's up, assholes? Don't mind me, just coming to attune to your Aetheryte without your permission. After a pause, you smash the gemstone against the Aetheryte. Nothing much happens. Out of habit, you attune with the Aetheryte, and once more, nothing much happens. Did we have a gemstone this time? I guess we did. That was a lot faster than last time, alright. Confront Ravana and Thokastok Extreme. Wheeled back into existence by his zealous children, Ravana, the Lord of the Hive, is risen again with ever greater savagery. Left unchecked, the wrath of the colony will surely seek out the warring triad on Azisla. To feed upon the sleeping Akon's strength. Heed Anukalai's warning and slay the entity before his insatiable appetite for power unleashes destruction of cataclysmic proportions. Sure. Now this one, I just need to focus on keeping my HP up, which means dodging AoEs, and DPSing him as fast as I can before he can kill me. Kill him before he kills me, basically. No janky-ass mechanics like with Bismarck. There he is. Alright, let's go.
To the song of ringing steel.
Oh, shit! Oh, wrong button. He just slowed my ass down. You son of a bitch! Prelude to Liberation. What the fuck is he gonna do? Because it wasn't called Slaughter. I didn't know if I should move away or stay inside. Guess I should have moved away. I never know where to stand for that one. Well, that was interesting. I'm fucking dead. Shit. 7 stacks?
Glory of combat.
Okay, I survived it at least. But Jesus Christ. I forgot to check the walls. I forgot the extreme trial has that. I forgot to check the walls. I was like, wait. When I saw the big, you know, that little thing in the middle, I was like, oh, just move away. Then I realized walls were missing, and I was like, oh no, I forgot!
To the song of radiant steel.
Wrong fucking. Why do I keep hitting the wrong button? Alright, well, at least this time I can dodge this, knowing what it is.
Perish. Wilt thou yield? Wilt thou yield?
I didn't see those holograms last time. Interesting. Alright. Now I know. Good. Good, Leon. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I had to say it. I had to say the fucking line.
Rejoice in the glory of combat.
This time I might end up actually killing him before he even knocks me off the platform. Maybe I'll take the risk though. There it is.
Thus does the sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
Oh. There he goes. Ravana defeated again. Hive mind. I like it. Fuck. I ain't flying all the way back there. Like quest name. Clever chicks. Clever little birdies. Once more have you slain our ravening god. Your tribe must think you a great hunter indeed. Even the One Mind must begin to appreciate the folly of their wasteful summonings. Sure. But tell us, great hunter, how were you able to pass the seal? Did it simply melt away at the approach of your indomitable presence? Well, yeah. Sort of. A gemstone of fire and earth? There is something. A memory we have from the Overmind, but before we were cast out. A memory of the burning eye of Ravana. The Overmind has recollections of legends 100 generations old. We remember the tale of our god as he once was, an all-devouring beast whose eye was torn from him by an invading tribe. The Nath have sought to recover this lost relic for centuries, that it might be rejoined with Ravana reborn. But even were it found, it is said that only the most worthy of warriors can bear its searing torch. I now understand why the seal granted you passage. But tell us, great hunter, how came you by the eye? Dude named Anukulai, I guess. A youngling named Anukulai? Yeah, some kid. Your deed has returned many memories to the surface of our mind, but that name is not among them. To gift you with such a prize, he too must have thought you worthy. We thank you, great hunter. Too soon do our memories from the One Mind fade. Overmind, sorry. But you have given us a new story to tell. Alright, happy to be of service, I guess. These fights are starting to get fun now. The trials, I mean, these boss fights, they don't die so easily anymore. Good shit, eh? Oh, and I might as well... Let me turn this one in first. Might as well knock Thornton, though again, hopefully I don't have to actually do it, but if we do, then I think I can. I think I can manage it. If not as a Dragoon, probably as a Dark Knight. When in doubt, become a tank if you need to survive something that hits hard. Alright, Anukulai, what's up? I did the thing. And thus is the Lord of the Hive's essence returned into the land. And thus has the essence of Ravana joined that of the Lord of the Mists in its return onto the land. You have my gratitude, Warrior of Light. Without your valiant efforts, these primal terrors would have invited devastation on a cataclysmic scale. Really? I think the late Gaius Van Belsar would have something to say about that. He would concur with you, I think. For unlike others of their ilk, Bismarck and Ravana both harbor the desire and the power to reach Azizla. It is with dreadful certainty that I sense their intent to feed on the strength of the warring triad and thereby amplify their own power by an order of magnitude. By what wisdom do I claim such certainty? I am gifted with, how shall I put this, an intimate knowledge of the primal mind. You are curious, I am sure, but you need not understand the nature of a power to use it, do you? It is much the same with the Echo, I imagine. Ah, the realm of Eorzea. Ever has it been a land embraced by gods. For weal or for woe, I should wonder. For the time being, I shall remain here in the Rising Stones and assist Urianger with his research into the Acons. If you should require aught further of me, simply ask. The war still wageth on. A pleasure as always, Leon. What would you ask of me? One second. Hold that thought. Gonna do the King Thornton thing. Greetings, Leon. Yon Bard has been gazing forlornly at the door for days, awaiting your return to the seventh heaven. Pray be so kind as to indulge the suffering fool and favor him with one of your epic tales. It seems his inspiration has run dry once more, and only a draught of your most excellent adventuring vintage will slake his creative thirst. Nice puns, Alice. Hi, Mr. Minstrel. It's been a long time. What's up? What do you need from me? Where is it? Yeah, I'll use that one. Leon, at last! In muted agony have I lingered, longing to hear the hero himself speak of his epic deeds in Ishgard and beyond. The frozen tundra you braved, and into the vault of the heavens you ascended. To a sacred peak, both temple and tomb. To a ruined city, reborn and resettled. To a citadel of the ancients you ventured, parting the misty veil of millennia. The journey made by you and your companions has made its mark upon the stars, and I would hear the tale in its entirety. I'm looking up something while these scenes play out, so... Your words have worked a miracle upon my melancholy heart. New verses arise unbidden and threaten to spill from my lips. My harp! I must have my harp! Oh my god, I'm loading. The song of war twixt worm and man, some 1,000 years ago began, when mortals grasped for godly might, defaming name of king and knight. And Azisla, for woe or weal, did holy will meet righteous steel, and thence was high divinity compelled by light to bend the knee. What say you? Have I captured the spirit of your triumph? Pray forgive any small liberties I may have taken with the details. One cannot evoke the proper picture of your glory without a certain measure of embellishment. Like always. The Minstrel's Ballad, Thornton's Reign now accessible. That's it. We don't actually have to do it. Thank God. Okay. This has to be the one. What is this? Oh, I see. I don't know why. That is very strange. So did you guys notice Anuklai didn't have a quest marker on his head anymore? Apparently you're required to actually do some main scenario quest progression to unlock the rest of this, but I'm wondering why. Which I don't mind. We don't really, if it's not absolutely necessary, we don't really have to, because like I'll just use New Game Plus mode on the other character. But I'm checking anyway what happens in this main scenario quest, just because I want to make sure there isn't like a miscontinuity or with the order in which I do things, basically. Making sure there's no miscontinuity. Like, is it maybe because one of the characters that appears in this storyline has to make an appearance in the main scenario quest first? That's what I don't know. Let's see. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I think I can see why, yeah. That's pretty far in MSQ. still just 3.1, which is like, okay, not too far, but a lot happens before that I kind of wanted to save for after this storyline. Well, this is gonna be just like Shadowbringers post-game, where it's a little janky, and maybe feels slightly out of order just because of the way they set up New Game Plus in general, but I think we're just gonna have to deal with it. I'll just have to fill in the plot holes with my own words, basically. Or not plot holes, but rather, if there's any kind of miscontinuity with the order in which things happen, I'll have to explain as I go. Because if I do this, it's just gonna ruin the flow that I wanted for my playthrough. I did not know you had to do this. I know for Stormblood you have to do something similar, but there's a much better reason. But this seems just kind of unnecessary. This doesn't make any sense, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is so weird that they make you do... Specifically the quest I'm looking at right now. It's very weird they make you go this far and make you do this specific quest just to unlock the rest of the Warring Triad storyline. It doesn't make any sense. Because none of this ties into it at all. Again, for the trial storyline for Stormblood, I can see how some of the MSQ in that actually ties into the trial storyline and why you would need to get to a certain point, but this one, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, this one, there's none of the characters that are exclusive to the Warring Triad storyline appear in any of this MSQ or do anything to affect it. So I'm really dumbfounded as to why they make you play through all of 3.1. We have to finish all of 3.1 just to unlock it. Even though none of it ties... I just read the description of everything that happens. None of it ties into it. At all. So, yeah, we're not doing that. Because it doesn't tie in, I'm going to do it out of order. And instead of doing 3.1 MSQ, I'm just going to go straight to the Warring Triad storyline. Which I thought we were going to unlock just by doing the Extreme Trials that I did just now. And if I do at the last minute notice that something is a little off and out of order, then I'll just talk about it. Because this isn't the only time this is going to happen. This is also going to end up happening in Shadowbringers, actually. Something very similar to this, regarding the normal raids and the main storyline for that one. That's all I'll say for now to avoid spoilers, but it's going to be a little janky. For the same reason. Alright, cool. Well, now I know. Oh shit, Crimson, you're here. I was too busy looking at my web browser in full screen. Oh, let me check. You said look at DMs? This is very strange. Played through this story twice already. Well, the second time I skipped cutscenes, so that explains a lot, but... Wait, what about this? Oh, yeah, they didn't release the Warring Triad thing until 3.2. But it doesn't... even in Realm Born, there was a lot of content they didn't release until much later patches that was available as soon as you beat the main part of the story. 2.0. That's why I was a little weirded out. So I was like, is there some kind of spoiler? Because usually that's why they do it, you know? Because of a spoiler or something, but in this case, I don't think there's anything, there's nothing in the main story that actually ties into this, so I don't know why they still restrict it until you get to 3.2. That's a little weird. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna disregard it and we're just gonna do the Warring Triad now. Is that the closest place? Yes, it is. And thanks for the help, though. Yeah, so it requires you to finish all 3.1s in this queue for some reason. For some very unknown reason. I don't know why. It's very strange. With Stormblood, again, without saying spoilers, the trial storyline for Stormblood actually literally branches off of the main storyline. It's like a fork in the road. It literally branches off of the main storyline in, what would it be, 4.1? The post-game storyline for Stormblood? So that one, it makes sense. This one doesn't tie in at all. So it's a little weird that they did it that way. But they still had it set up that way, is what I'm saying. Very strange. Yeah, the whole trial storyline for Stormblood literally branches off of a plot device in the main scenario quest, unlike this one. So for that one, I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna have to actually play like a little bit of 4.1 to get to the trial storyline to actually set it up properly and for it to make sense. This one, they set it up completely through side quests, through the Ravana and Bismarck Extreme Trial quest that I just did with Anukalai, where he introduced himself and said, hey, I'm here to try and stop the Warring Triad. Are you gonna help me? I was like, yeah, alright, now go do something else and then come back. It's like, what? Didn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense why we had to do it that way, but oh well. I should repair my shit before I do anything. Yeah, I'm still standing here from when we finished the Alliance race earlier. That's interesting weather. Okay, this one's already set up. I think I know which one you're talking about, Crimson, and yeah, the answer is yes. Because there is a New Game Plus for that, and I do have it unlocked. If you pay attention, look. It's there. I just did it that quick because I didn't want to put too much attention to it yet. Wait, where was I going? More donut, right. What do you mean behind my camera? What are you talking about? On stream? What's behind my camera? What the hell are you talking about? What are you... I'm confused. Oh! I get what you're saying now. Alright, well, even better. Yeah. Even though I scrolled down, yeah, it was still hidden. Okay. I gotcha. Alright. For those of you watching who don't want spoilers, just don't pay attention to what we're talking about, or don't go back and look at that, basically. Otherwise, hey, you've been warned. It's up to you. But anyway. Back to Mordona, right. And this is the reason why that other New Game Plus that ended in the Rising Stones, specifically inside the Solar with Minfilia, it tripped out, it bugged out and couldn't finish, and said, like, unable to exit New Game Plus mode from here, fuck off, and we couldn't finish it. It's because of a Nuclei being there. And the Warring Triad journal. There it is. The Warring Triad. Sealed deep within a research facility on Azizla are 3 Acons, beings of fearsome power that have slumbered there since the fall of the Allag. When one Acon, Sephiroth the Fiend, threatens to stir, the Warrior of Light sets off at the behest of the enigmatic Unukalai to face it in an epic struggle. Acon, yes. Acon! Yeah, like the, the artist! Oh, you spelled it differently, but it made me think of Akon, you know? Gods of Eld. Alright, fool. Isn't that how you're supposed to say it? Wait, what the fuck? Where is he? Oh, right, you have to start from where I already did when I did the other ones. I heard the Garleans say Akon. You know who it was? I think it was Gaius. Gaius Van Belsar was the one who said Akon. That's probably why I say it that way, yeah. I mean, I just figured that's how you say it. Icon sounds weird with the spelling, for me anyway. So I'm skipping this dialogue because we already saw it. It's literally the stuff you guys saw me read through before Bismarck and Ravana, so that's why I'm just skipping past it now. Don't bother paying attention to anybody's name here. It is what it is. It's New Game Plus, it doesn't change everything. So yeah, we've seen this cutscene before. Gods of Eld, and then he gives you the quest for... He gives you the quest for, you know, Bismarck and Ravana, but if you're doing New Game Plus, you skip all that, which is why I had to show it on the alternate character. And you go straight to this, basically. Icon. Icon, I think. A shame no ice for them? Ice for them? What do you mean? Are you talking about a Lucala? A Lucala, did I really just say it that way? Voice you meant? I wonder if I can log out here. Because remember New Game Plus... Oh my god, are we gonna have that problem? Oh no. We could end up with that same issue again. Oh Jesus. Uh-oh. I'm looking ahead into the future right now and I'm realizing this New Game Plus might end here too. And then we're gonna have the same problem where it's just gonna be like, can't exit New Game Plus mode, fuck your last cutscene. Oh no. It might happen. God damn it. It might end up actually happening. Yeah, exactly. I guess whether I don't want to, even if I don't want to, I have to do some of MSQ for Heavensward, yeah. Fuck. Oh well. I guess this will have to wait then. Jesus. Whether I like it or not. It's the way it goes. The way some of this stuff is structured just threw me off. That ruined my plans. Yeah. Alright, back to the other character then. Jesus. This one? This one. Give me one sec. I gotta get some water and, I'm on the ceiling fan too. It's getting fucking hot in here. Alexander making people quit the... Well, only the Savage version though, right? For the hardcore players that wanted to do that. Alright, fuck it then. We're continuing MSQ, I guess. Jesus. I didn't want to continue it just yet, but I guess we have to. Well, if that's gonna happen, let me click on that link of yours again. I want to see if there's any other prerequisites for the rest of the storyline, or if we just have to complete 3.1 to be able to do the entirety of the Warring Triad. I want to check that real quick. I mean, that says what patch it is, but I mean, is it required, though? For that, I'll have to go back to where I was looking. Let's see. At least it's loading faster now. Required quests, that one, which is MSQ. Yeah. No, I think we just have to do 3.1, yeah. Yep, that opens up that one. Yep. Just looking ahead to make sure we don't get hiccups like this again, because this has already taken up too much stream time already. I'm making sure there's no more prerequisites that are going to cause a bump in the road. Fuck up my plans. No, it doesn't look like it. No, this one doesn't say no prerequisite, no. Just follow the same Warring Triad storyline, yep. The only one that has a MSQ requirement is the first one, the one we were trying to do right now. That when the bow wakes. And it requires me to finish 3.1 MSQ, so... Okay, good. I don't have to do most of 3 point whatever. I can just do 3.1. Alright. Finish MSQ, quote unquote. The main one. It's usually just MSQ in the previous quest of that line. Yeah. Oh, your FC's almost done renovating? It's pretty cool. Can't wait to see pictures of the new place when you guys are done, I guess. The search for our missing friends continues. Should I learn something, I'll be sure to let you know. Alright, Tataru. Keep me posted. Anyway. Sorry, my mind's all over the place. An uncertain future, here we go. Alfino wishes to share the latest developments in the search for the missing scions. I should probably take off my sunglasses for this. Hey, at least I get to take a break from voice acting. Talk with who? No. What about him? And so a new day dawns on our fair city. My lord the Count is considering writing a chronicle of recent events, while the details are still fresh within his mind. I pray he does, for the people should know the price which was paid for this peace. Indeed. Nice little tidbit. What about this guy? When first I bade you welcome before the Ark of the Worthy, little did I imagine that you would go on to steer the very course of our nation. I am proud to have borne witness to history in the making. That's true. We just came in here homeless fugitives, and we ended up changing the entire fate of this nation, this whole country. A couple of fugitives, a couple of homeless fugitives. Just waltzing in. You could suffer and try to voice act some scenes. That's okay. That'd be quite interesting, though. Fortuitous timing as always, Leon. Tataru was about to brief me on the search for our missing comrades. If you would be so kind, then. Absolutely. You'll be pleased to hear that Riel and his men have been making excellent progress. You remember how Lamin helped me to escape the Crystal Braves in Limsa Laminsa, only to then disappear? Well, according to Riel, she crept aboard a ship bound for Rajathan, where she's been hiding ever since. He assures me that it won't be long before we're reunited. Okay. Oh. That might explain why... What's-his-name ended up there. It's because back at the Rising Stones, Crimson, that storyline you told me about several streams ago, regarding Hori Boulder, started. Along with that chick that's, you know, talking about his brother, yada yada. Yeah. Okay, so Lamin went off to Razathan. Oh my god, of course they did. As for Ida and Papalimel, the remains of their link pearls have been found. And in Pearl Lane, of all places. Riel thinks they must have disposed of them after escaping from the Royal Promenade. Alicia FF14 has followed. Hey, thank you very much, Alicia. I appreciate the support. I'm glad you're enjoying the content, even though the past 30 minutes has just been me rambling about my misfortune from doing New Game Plus in the wrong order, apparently. Well, trying to do side content and MSQ in the wrong fucking order, apparently, is what I've been doing. So, I apologize for all that, but I'm glad you're still enjoying the content. So yeah, I appreciate the follow, Alicia. Yes, that would make sense. They could not risk being eavesdropped upon by our betrayers. The Crystal Braves, yeah. We're all but certain they fled the city shortly after, though we still don't have a clue where they went. I see. And what of Thancred and Minfilia? I'm afraid I have nothing new to share about those two. But it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is we've enlisted the services of a Charlian scholar, one of the students of Baldessian, to aid in the search. Who should be arriving any day now. One of the students, you say? I should very much like to meet this scholar if time permits. But first we must attend to a more pressing matter. Sir Emmerich has summoned the two of us for a private audience. The messenger did not specify what he wished to discuss, only that it was urgent. Assuming you have no objections, Leon, I suggest we proceed to the congregation forthwith. And mayhap we can meet with the scholar afterwards. Agreed? Sure. In that case, I think I'll return to the Forgotten Night for now. Things are liable to fall apart if I'm gone too long, you know. Suddenly she feels like she owns the place now. And these fucking... the remains of all those needles they stuck in me every time I look down at my arm. Yeah, so back at the Rising Stones, I met, the other boulder. The guy's brother, from what you told me. There it is. The Lord Commander is within. Pray proceed, sir. I think I need to be lugging this spear around. Although it does kind of help with my overall figure and my silhouette. Because I look very plain without it, but sometimes I feel like it's just not appropriate to be carrying it around, you know? I don't know, it's just me.
Thank you for coming.
Oh shit!
I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
I hate the echo that goes through my mic, so I had to turn it down.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely.
Yeah.
Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited. Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number question our methods.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
Yeah, exactly.
It has already begun.
Exactly,
and that on both
Crimson, yeah.
sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the Broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Shrine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Annex Shrine? You would speak with Vidofnir, then?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor?
The stoic nods.
Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
But yeah, Crimson, you're right.
In the wake of the
Oh,
Archbishop's
shit.
fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers?
Exactly. The slap in the face. Gotta feel like
And
shit.
what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph.
Beastie. He went back to his old place in the area?
As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
That's a very blunt way of putting it, Crimson. Dragon fuckers equal good, church equals bad. Yeah, that's a good one. I was like, why can't I zoom out the camera? The fucking wall's right behind me. The journey, at least, should pose little difficulty this time. Yeah, we already tuned to all the aetherites and shit. We can get there pretty quick, literally at the snap of a finger. I know little of the lands these dragons call home. The Sanix Shrine. Had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem a far more daunting prospect. I confess, I myself once shuddered at the thought of it. Yet even the longest journey begins with the first step, does it not? Ah, but ere we set forth, Leon and I must needs inform our comrade of our plans. Excuse me. Very well. I shall see to my preparations. Then let us go and bid farewell to Tataru, Leon. Oh, shit. I thought you might want to tell her. Or would you rather I did all the talking? Oh, thanks, dude. I'm good. So, what was your secret meeting all about? I'm all ears. Of course you are. You nosy little... what was that? A diplomatic mission to annex Shrine, you said? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. But should your meeting with Vidofnir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Y'shtola in Idleshire. She'll be there to receive our guest. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragons is terribly important and everything, but this scholar just happens to be... time permitting, as I said. We shall endeavor to join Y'shtola, but if we cannot, pray pass on our regards. Let us be off, Leon. We have kept the first commander waiting long enough. I'm sorry to cut you off there, Tataru, but I think Alfino's in a hurry, as you can see. Well, let no one say I didn't try. Yeah, don't worry about it. You know how Alfino can be. A little shit. She actually finished the sentence with him. Tataru's too nice for me to say that. That's why I was like, you little... And then I just... One task at a time, Leon. Besides, I have no doubt that Y'shtola can look after the scholar by herself. I'm starting to realize what it is. I think this scholar they're talking about actually ties into the Warring Triad storyline. But I only looked at the description for the last quest in 3.1, which does not involve this character. That's why I didn't see the tie-in. You all ready then? Good. So am I. Wanna finish? Yeah, exactly. Ooh, hot chocolate, dude! Sometimes when I'm progressing through MSQ, I have to say this, like, there's times where they give you food like this, and it just makes me crave that in real life. I'm like, hot chocolate, creme brulee, almond cream croissant! I don't even know what the hell an urchin loaf is, but okay. But I saw these things, and it made me want to go to Starbucks or Panera, man. I was just like, come on! I'll take this one. You know, if this was real life, I would have picked the almond cream croissant. Right now, I'm just picking it because it actually gives a proper stats boost, the critical hit boost for Dragoon. That's it. Oh, that's right. Give me 1 sec, I have to do something. There's description. Oh, right. Shit, I didn't look at all of them. Damn it. Well, what does this one say? A flaky crescent-shaped pastry sliced in two and buttered with a sweet creamy paste made from almonds. Dude, I really want a croissant now. Or, yeah. Oh my god, dude. This is... Why? Why did they gotta do this to me? Alright, Lucia, what's up? If you and Master Alfino would be so kind as to lead the way. Oh, she's waiting on us. Alright. Alfino, let's go. Breaking the cycle. The path is long, but known to us. From Falcon's Nest, we shall cross the western highlands and make for Tailfeather in the Dravanian Forelands. There we can stop to rest and replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, then the stables await. I don't get this. Why can't we just tell... Oh, right. There's actually a good reason, yeah. I was like, why can't we just teleport? And then it's like, oh, right, what's her name has never been there. Only we have, so... There you go. Uh-oh, no connection issues, right? I hope not. There you go. Alright, now I can close this window. Some people also don't want to pay. Oh my god. How cheap you gotta be, you don't want to pay for teleportation, man. I'm gonna get a lot of comments on that one, aren't I? Well, whatever, they can walk, I'm teleporting. You just get this from me like others. No, yeah, it's fine. Like, I don't... I don't mind, it's just funny. Especially because of the way I responded to what you said. I know there's a lot of people watching, or who might watch this one day, that are gonna be like, fuck this guy, we don't all have 20 million gil or whatever the fuck. We're just burning a hole in our pocket. Some of us gotta watch our budget. And, you know, and that's fair considering they raised the cap for pricing on teleportation, you know. Now we actually gotta pay more than 999 gil sometimes. Strange, this is only my third visit to Tailfeather, yet the first feels as though it were a lifetime ago. Well, I mean, in real time, in Earth time as they call it, about 3 to 4 months passed between the end of 3.0 and 3.1 Alfino, so... It has been a long time. I always imagined that the first time I set foot upon Dravanian soil would be at the head of an army. And here I am, ready to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. Full well do I know how difficult it can be to set aside the past. Though it was I who first proposed recruiting Azael to our cause, I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I had uttered them. And for a long time after that. Here was a woman with the blood of innocence on her hands. Men, women, children, all slain in the name of the implacable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in common cause. At our side she fought in service to that greater good, even unto her dying breath, and while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. Yeah. You ask much, Master Alfino, yet who can say what might come to pass, should our negotiations bear fruit? Yes, of course. We must press on to Annex Shrine. You will follow me. Again, there they go, taking the long way around. I'm not doing that shit. I'll meet them at the end. This place has its own side story, oddly enough. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I did the yellow markers in this place, since I've done all of them. Well, I've done all the yellow quest markers, except for any that require crafting and gathering. Which I think are always blue, aren't they? But whatever. Yeah, when I did the quest here, I saw that the thing with the chocobos, right? The wild chocobos, and the dude who wants to tame them, and then he ends up breeding and raising some of his own, or one of his own that ends up meeting a tragic fate. Yeah. Alright, we don't need this bulky contraption anymore. I was paying homage to Leofard, but I'm done. Let's go. Where the hell are they? They're not here yet? Okay. Not just that, I think it ties into how IRL also dealt with it. Oh shit! Crap, let me do the... I forgot to put the auto text events. What the hell did I just miss? Hunters continuing to hunt endangered stuff and people trying to stop it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's... Honestly, I've said it before, and that's actually why I stream too. And stream the games that I do and comment on them. I always love the commentary. I always love when video games have commentary on things that happen in real life, and they use analogies or they have storylines that tie into stuff that's happening in the real world, you know? My favorite games are pretty much the ones that have storylines that do that a lot. Or just even small plot devices, small references here and there. That ties into something that's like an important issue in real life, yeah. It's funny how art has a way of sneaking behind people's sometimes preconceived ideas and notions, and it's capable of changing someone's mind on something a little bit more so than if you try to talk to them about it, like, directly and in person. Art can do that, I guess. It's a really nice thing. It's a very powerful thing, in a good way. It can also be used for, you know, the opposite as well, but it all depends on just, like, technology and everything else. It just depends on perception and the way you use it. But, yeah, art can change people's minds for the better or for worse. That's why propaganda is a thing. I discovered that. You can brainwash people into believing certain things through art. So yeah, it goes both ways. Like everything, it's a double-edged sword, but... Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Azael. That's what we missed. Because I didn't realize I left the auto-scroller on or whatever. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Azael. And then she says, but this one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I was going to say meet with you. I am come as an envoy of Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, excuse me, we long believed your kin to be the architects of this war. But now we know the truth, that King Thordan and his knights 12 did willfully betray and murder the great worm Ratatoskr, shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal this truth, a truth which was at last laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Azir Dragoon, and Izael. I like how she doesn't get like a big formal title. Alas, a deception so intricately wrought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Izael once did, and we must make that dream a reality as she could not. Yeah, they also could have just said Lady Iceheart, though. Because, yeah, I thought about what you said. Better than being called a heretic, but they could have also just said Lady Iceheart. Or something like that. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I guess so. Only her followers call that. Yeah, I guess so. I have heard your request, knight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire. He must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years at war, we shall not give up on peace for want of patience. Ha! Fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon? My humble thanks. They're already bantering like they're friends. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith, until we meet again. Anyone else? I mean, I've hardly even seen the show myself, but somebody who does watch the show confirmed this for me. Just from playing Heavensward, especially the post-game more than the main game, like what we're doing right now, I was like, does anyone else get Game of Thrones vibes off this? Just the whole the heavy political atmosphere, and the theme of war, and then the coldness of winter because of Curthus, yada yada. Just small little things like that. And somebody was like, you know what, it actually kind of does feel like that. Somebody who does watch the show, because I've never seen it, but I was like, huh, so I wasn't too far off the mark. You know, Game of Thrones was kind of becoming a thing. Are there invisible players here? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know if lag does that or whatever, but since Game of Thrones was starting to become pretty popular around this time, what is this, 2015? It kind of makes sense that they might have taken some inspiration from certain themes or just aesthetic inspiration. So there's some parallels there for Game of Thrones. I assume, but again, I don't know because I've never actually seen the show. I just talked with people who have watched the show that said that. To face such a creature in battle is one thing, to converse with it quite another. Was it a good experience for you, Lucia? Yeah, for us it could be years and years. For dragons, it's pretty much just like yesterday. Yeah. That's why she made that joke. I'll tell you within your lifetime, don't worry. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I am surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be seen, however. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fears for me now. Oh, okay. Well, if you have no further need of our services, we shall continue on to Sharlayan. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. And I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remain unresolved. I can think of no graver matter than 1,000-year war, one which our friends gave their lives to see ended. Suffice it to say, I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Alfino. I only hope the fates will not hold you to your word. Shit. Yeah. Ominous but true. Another time, another place. So, it would seem we have time to greet this scholar after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Menphili and Thancred. I can only assume she is privy to some new investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with Y'shtola in Idleshire. Dude, I'm synced up with this guy. I keep seeing him. Alfie now. Another conspicuously uneventful journey. It would seem we are destined not to be late. Yeah. Yeah, Leon. 'Tis good to see you. I confess, I had assumed your business in Annex Time would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Vidofnir go well? As well as can be expected. She must discuss Sir Emmerich's proposal with Hraesvelder, of course. But she seemed amenable to the suggestion. What of our Charlian guest? Has she arrived yet? She has, but when I explained that she would be joining us, she asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on Frontbridge. We should be on our way. What the I must have flicked my goddamn control stick. It would seem we are early. Shall we wait? Hold on. Oh, I thought there was going to be a nice, beautiful sunset view here. I mean, this is still nice. You don't see the sun directly, but the lighting is still amazing. Hey, Deathwing Duck. Wait, back in Ishgard. What was she trying to tell me? Hope you're having an awesome morning, afternoon, or evening. Or night. I should shorten that, not for the outro, but at least when I say hi to someone, I should shorten it to just say, hope you're having a nice day so far. It's much easier that way. We had to wait for a while there, didn't we? Where the hell did she go? It's a little Olafel. Oh, shit.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kryle, who has recently come from the Sharlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue.
It's Galuf's granddaughter from Final Fantasy V.
You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, sir.
She likes my drip.
And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
Miss Kryle and I met at the studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
The graphics, the outdated graphics are very visible right now.
Kryle.
Exposed!
For what? I haven't finished yet.
Oh.
Would you care to attempt a more dexterous
Look
deflection?
at his face!
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
Damn.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking.
Damn! She's walking all over him. You can't do shit.
Right, on to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best that you explain your plan to her in person.
So that's kind of cool, right? They literally brought in a character from 5SE5, Prio. But they made her a Lullafell. I guess probably just to kind of fit with the fact that she was a little girl back then in FF5. So just to keep with that, even though here it's implied that she's obviously a full-grown woman. She's much older than Alfino and used to be his superior/teacher or whatever. Keeping her a Lullafell still gives her that youthful appearance, which is what more or less what her character, because she was like a teenage girl, I think, in 5SE5. It does make me think if they are one day going to, or if they did during some side content I haven't done yet, add her grandfather Gallus to the game, or if he exists in some capacity. The reason I say that is because somebody hinted at the fact that he may or may not actually be in the game and ties into some side content that I haven't done from a future expansion, so I can't talk about it yet for spoilers. I was like, it makes me want to do it just for that, but it's grindy as fuck, so I'll probably just do it on stream as a bonus thing at the end of this marathon. Because it's literally something that's so grindy, it's going to take, like, probably weeks, if not at least days. It's that kind of side content, which is why I haven't done it yet. The crystal eye is one of Master Matoya's most cherished relics. I doubt very much that she will grant us leave to lay hands upon it unless we can convince her that it is vital to her cause. She was less than flattering about my technique when last we met, but this time I've come prepared. Somebody's scrapping over there. Let her belittle my obsidian carbuncle if she dares. Do not tell her I said that. Don't pick a fight with her, Alfino. She'll probably lay you on your ass. You did say we were headed for a cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? Oh, you'll find out. Also, let me check something. Good. And have fun. In the eye of the beholder. I have heard many stories of Master Matoya, some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured they are all true. This way, not care where you tread. Damn! They stole it with the fucking chirps. But of course she wasn't gonna miss an opportunity to throw some shade on Master Matoya. That's the kind of relationship they have. They both rag on each other. Do you see how I'm perfectly in sync with this other player right now? We're finishing cutscenes and moving at the same exact time.
Oh. Is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
There it is!
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
The shade,
Ever
dude.
so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
This is good.
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our Order's headquarters and the Isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Damn.
Kryl, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our Order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the signs of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Again, it's been a long time since FF1, but I feel like Matoya was equally sassy.
I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance. But never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
The face shots.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
If he meditates, he can find himself.
Thank you, Master Matoya. Then let us begin. From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
That look. It's like, oh, so I made a mist. I landed in the Black Shroud, but Thancred did it.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Isn't there, and I can't remember our Final Fantasy 1, I want to say playthrough, but really we just watched it on YouTube, but again, it was way back in October, like early October. I think the thing you have to find for Master Montoya was her crystal ball, wasn't it? For her to, like, stop being angry and let you through. Thancred may be a capable warrior, but he was wounded when last I saw him. If any beasts were nearby when he emerged from the life stream, he would have been hard-pressed to repel them. Yeah, he took an arrow to the knee, literally. Which I swear had to be a fucking Skyrim reference. We had forests like these on the Isle of Val. My grandfather and I used to go for walks together when I could prize him away from his work. It was the least I could do for him, considering everything he has done for me. Taking me in when I was an orphan, raising me as his own, and giving me a name. You didn't think my parents named me Quile Baldessian, did you? Why not? I mean, thanks for giving me more of your actual backstory, but I don't think I would have assumed that they didn't call you that. Were I to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. True. Bear Grylls would tell you to do the same thing, yeah? Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. That's also true. Yet even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Cryle. I have already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. This is impressive. You drew him from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago, for reasons I no longer remember. What, eidetic memory? You have photographic memory? I propose we split into two pairs. Ishtola and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Leon and Cryle question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Lothas Bath and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. Let's do it. My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Exposed! Anyway, we had best get started. Find me when you finish making your rounds. How convenient that Alfino forgot that was the reason he learned to draw like that, right? Bastard, little bastard just didn't want to tell us. Oh, shit. He's like, I totally didn't just learn how to draw things out of fucking amazing photographic memory just to impress chicks. To pick up chicks. Searching for a friend of yours? Let's have a look then. Excuse me, Alfino sketch. A surprisingly accurate depiction of the missing Thancred, excuse me. Suggesting that Alfino may have mistaken his life's... I couldn't even finish that. He may have mistaken his life's calling. Yeah, good. Good. Here you go, Loopard. Fool. No, I ain't seen him around. Sorry. Alright. can meet the other two. Okay, where's Estola? Fuck it. What do you have to say, Kron? Pray excuse me, but have you seen this man before? Sneeze warning. Okay, we're good. March Champ, what's up, dude? What's that you've got there? A sketch? Yep. Oh shit, I didn't see the time. We gotta take a pause. Can't say I know the face. You say he's something of a warrior? I heard a tale the other day about a Huron vagabond who brought down a Bandersnatch by himself. And with style. The way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding ball. Sound like your man? Could be, yeah. If he's honed his skills while trying to survive out here in the wild with around unfamiliar faces, maybe he's become quite the badass at fighting, I suppose. Yeah, could be him. I remember when we last saw him, he was a rogue. Not a ninja like Yugiri, just a rogue. Because he revealed that he actually trained with the rogues from Limsa that we didn't know about until Yugiri came along and made that alliance with them, which unlocked the rogue and ninja job classes. Grimwood, what's up, dude? A Huron man? We're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? That's true. That's very true. What do you got? I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks, see. That, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. An axe. Well, I suppose if he popped out a live stream like Istola, he didn't have any weapons, so he probably just had to take what he could get. I'll wait till this quest is done and then I'll take a break. Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. Wait, where? Oh, way the fuck over there? Okay, never mind. I'll just take the break here. Fuck it. I know it's mid-quest or whatever, but even if we were between MSQ, between two different MSQ quests, sometimes the story still gets kind of chopped up anyway, so at some point you just kind of gotta call it, you know? So I'm calling it here. I'm taking a little break, 5-10 minutes. I'll be right back, and when I do, we'll continue. It is refreshing continuing MSQ. It's a nice break from all the side content like Alexander and the Alliance raids and everything. Just a random comment I want to say. So yeah, BRB.